Hey CrossFitters, welcome back. It's Coach Bob here at CrossFit Glen Burnie and Maryland Strong Fitness and Nutrition. Today, we're talking about fueling for performance. If you've ever wondered about how you should be eating so you can perform your best, or if you've ever wondered, maybe I'm having a little trouble with my performance because my nutrition is off, well, today, this presentation is for you. So I've got a lot of great information to share with you. So let's jump in together. All right, this nutrition talk is about fueling for performance today. Now, we've got a program with Healthy Steps Nutrition where we believe that something as fundamental as nutrition shouldn't be complicated, including how to fuel for your workouts. Healthy Steps Nutrition's helped over 35,000 people around the world take control of their health and their fitness. So here's just a few of their success stories. Are you looking to create your own success story? Well, this is simple. It's far from easy. Do you know what all 35,000 people had in common? They had a nutrition coach to help them to stay accountable to their goals. Maybe you have a specific fitness goal in mind. So let's dive into that. We've helped folks at CFGB as well, right? Whether they have had a weight loss goal or a performance goal, or they just wanted to be more fit and more healthy. And these are just a few examples of the people that we've helped over the years. So I've got a question for you. Have you ever started a workout and quickly realized you didn't have enough energy in the tank to finish it? Have you ever hit that wall and just looked at the clock and wondered, why is it moving so slow? Well, the odds are you have experienced that feeling before. And just the other day, I saw it happen. It was one of the morning classes. And, a member just stopped during round 3 of round 5 just to take a seat on the box. I checked on them and they weren't feeling great and explained they didn't think that they could continue. And so after class, I found out that they hadn't eaten anything outside of their coffee with a splash of creamer in it. So that was the very piece of information that I needed to help her understand why she was feeling the way she was. We continued with the class while she rested, and then after, we scheduled a time to talk in a free intro so that I could further chat about ways that she can prevent this from happening in the future to help her to achieve her goals. Today, we're going to be talking about the best ways to fuel the day before an event like the CrossFit Open, and how to best fuel for recovery. Before we begin, though, I do want to be more specific about who this nutrition talk is for. The truth is, a majority of people do not need to do anything too detailed or too specific beyond focusing on their everyday nutrition, eating mostly whole foods, balancing out proper proportions, and eating mindfully to reach their goals. If you have a more specific goal you're working toward, such as fueling for an event or a competition coming up, or you're considering more elite or advanced goals, these details that I'm going to share with you today are going to help you to take your nutrition to the next level. In other words, we highly recommend having the foundational habits nailed down first before trying to focus in on the details. So let's dive in, starting with how to fuel the day before. So a lot of times it's stressed, eat more carbohydrates the day before an event in order to increase your glycogen stores. Well, let's talk more about glycogen stores and the biggest mistakes athletes make when they're told to eat more carbs. See, glycogen is the storage form of the carbohydrates we eat. Glycogen can be found mostly in the liver as well as in our muscle tissues. In fact, glycogen accounts for about 6% of the liver's total weight and about 1 to 2% of our muscle tissue. So there's actually more in the muscle tissue itself. The actual amount of glycogen storage a person has depends on factors such as how much you exercise and how much skeletal muscle mass you have. The glycogen stored in the muscles is primarily used to fuel the muscle tissue, while the glycogen in the liver is distributed throughout the body when needed. So when someone uses up those glycogen stores, empty tank, they're experiencing fatigue, which can be described as hitting a wall. This is exactly what happened to the member I told you about, right? So how could she have avoided that early fatigue? Well, let's keep listening and we're going to find out. Knowing this information, people started to realize they needed more carbohydrates to fuel their workouts. This is often referred to as carb loading. While this is true, it turned out into eating mounds of pasta the night before the big game, followed by a stack of pancakes in the morning. Unfortunately, this is all wrong. It takes time for your body to break down all those carbohydrates you eat and turn them into glycogen stores. And while carbs are admittedly very important to fuel our workouts, there is a better way to do this. So here's the secret. All the things that we stress on a daily basis, such as eating whole foods, getting a balance of carbs, fat, and protein, eating consistently, eating snacks between meals, and staying hydrated, are what you should be doing the day before that workout. It's what I call your everyday nutrition. In our nutrition program, we focus on just one thing at a time. So if you are looking for the secret, here it is on this slide. That's right, the plate method. The day before your workout, if you're looking to fuel for success, use the plate method. Half of your plate should be non-starchy vegetables, a quarter lean protein, and 1/4 starchy carbs with healthy fats. While eating a balanced diet the day before is going to set you up for success, you should also consider these 3 tips. Skip the alcohol. Get about 80 ounces of water a day and get good sleep the night before. Now that we've discussed the day before the workout, let's discuss how to best set ourselves up for the success of the day of the event. With events such as the CrossFit Open, we know that there are some that would hit the workout first thing in the morning and those who wait for Friday night lights. We're going to break our day into those 2 tracks. So if you're someone who loves to hit your workout in the morning, you want to make sure you eat before. Remember, those glycogen stores? Well, overnight, we entered a fasted state where our body utilized those stores up for a little bit of energy. So we're not at a full tank in the morning. Eating before is a must to help us to replenish those lost energy stores. Consistency is very important. But remember, it takes time for our body to convert our food into energy, so try to wake up a little bit earlier. We should aim to get healthy carbs and protein. If you're someone who struggles with feeling nauseated if you eat before your workout, then try some liquid sources, such as like a smoothie or applesauce with protein powder or non-fat Greek yogurt with some berries. Liquid sources are a little easier for your body to digest and utilize that energy. Now, notice that we suggest carbs and protein, but not fat. Fat's going to slow down the digestion process. And we're talking about the day of the event, guys, not your everyday nutrition necessarily. So it delays your gastric emptying, which increases the amount of time it's going to take for our carbs and our protein to get into our cells to be used for energy. If you are one who hits the workout in the evening, it's encouraged to have a normal, balanced breakfast, lunch, and a few snacks. We want to fuel ourselves throughout our day and also have an additional carbohydrate before the workout. And again, a liquid such as applesauce is ideal. The last 2 aspects of nutrition of the day. First, don't try anything new on the day of the event. Trying a new food the day of leaves us with just an uncertainty when it comes to your workout hour. What if the food doesn't sit well, right? I promise having an upset GI tract is the last thing you want to worry about. So stick to foods you know. And if you're interested in a new food for performance, test it out the week before. Secondly, everyone loves to ask about pre-workout. If you are about to do an open workout where your heart rate is already about to spike and you need to focus on controlling your breathing, why add a pre-workout that is going to speed up your heart rate even more? I recommend skipping a pre-workout and sugar and candy and everything else while we're at it. So we discussed the day before our workout and the day of. Well, what about the day after, right? That's important too. So what does the day after look like in regards to our intake for recovery? A great rule of thumb is to have a whey protein shake or vegetarian alternative ready to go after your workout is over. Adding a carb to this shake, such as coconut water, is also recommended to help you to replenish and refuel your body for recovery. Good protein and carbs are the focus 1 to 2 hours after your workout or 4 to 5 hours after your pre-workout meal or snack. For those of you who love your post-workout treats, such as pizza or donuts, where our bodies are more sensitive to glucose, meaning we can get it out of our blood and into our cells faster, we still want to focus on good quality whole foods. This is not to say you can't enjoy a little treat, but as always, enjoy your treat mindfully and move on. I also want to touch on the importance of putting all this together. If you aren't eating all day, then you have your post-workout shake. You can't expect to perform your best or be able to replenish and refuel properly. Remember, there's no such thing as a magic pill, but if there was, it would be consistency. As we've recommended a protein shake, a common question asked is, what kind of protein or what brand should I get? Well, did you know that the supplement industry is not regulated by the FDA? And this means that a lot of supplement companies can lie about what they're putting into their products. It's not regulated. We have our post-workout protein and carbs, but what does the day after the workout look like to help us to recover? The best thing you can do for yourself is to stay consistent with your intake, especially protein, and allow yourself to take a rest day. Fueling for success is not about what you do right around the workout. It's about what you're consistently doing every day. Lastly, consider adding an omega-3 source to aid in the recovery process. It's anti-inflammatory. At this point, you should be getting lots of great ideas. With all the misinformation that's out there, though, we know that this can feel overwhelming. And to start building your foundation here at CFGB using the Healthy Steps Nutrition principles that have helped so many people take control of their habits, we can help you one habit at a time. So the first habit, number 1, is to add more whole foods to your diet. Just do that. That's step number 1. Does this look familiar? Yeah, we talked about it already. Start choosing a whole foods option and less processed foods packed with sodium, fat, and sugar. A simple way to start this is by reshaping your plate with the plate method. Remember, again, that's half of the plate with non-starchy vegetables, a quarter with lean protein, and a quarter with some starchy carbs, and some mindful, healthy fats. Habit number 2 we'd like you to do is focus on balance. When we say balance, we mean, does every meal and snack you consume throughout the day contain carbs, protein, and fat? Pairing each meal and snack with all 3 of these macronutrients will keep you fuller longer. Remember, this balance of all 3 macronutrients is the rule of thumb for every meal and snack outside of your pre and post workout. Okay, number 3, limit the added sugar. You know, the American Heart Association recommends no more than 6 teaspoons for women and 9 for men. The average person consumes over 150 pounds of sugar per year. That's 46 teaspoons a day. It's not surprising that sugar is super addicting and feels hidden in almost every food product. It is hidden in almost every food product you find in a package. All right, so let's go over some frequently asked questions because I know we have a lot of questions out there. And if I don't cover the question that you have, please let me know and I'd be happy to sit with you and try to help answer some questions. So frequently asked question number 1, how does sleep affect my health and wellness goals? Well, we know sleep is a very important factor. And sleep actually plays a big role in many aspects of our health and our wellness. And here's an example regarding recovery. When we sleep, our body is at rest, including our brain. This allows us for an increased flow of blood and nutrients to the muscle tissues for repair and growth. What about a weight loss journey or general health and wellness? Well, when we're not getting enough sleep, cortisol, the stress hormone in our body, increases. Another hormone, leptin, which makes us full, will decrease, and ghrelin, our hunger hormone, increases. So yeah, is that important? So when you don't get enough sleep, you're prioritizing the storage of fat and water in your body due to the increase of the cortisol, and we're less full and more hungry. This shift in the hormones due to lack of sleep may increase cravings and overall consumption. All right. What if you don't like vegetables? And I've heard this a lot, right? And maybe you feel this way too, but I want to challenge you and ask, what if you just haven't found the way that you like them? Roasting veggies for a nice crunch rather than the mushy vegetables, adding a good seasoning for a flavor that you'd be excited about, and even finding ways to sneak them into recipes like smoothies. Great ways to get more vegetables in your day, CrossFitters. Where should I start? That's a great question. With everything that you could be working on, I want you to start with one thing at a time. Maybe it's something you already have in mind, or maybe it's one of the things that we discussed today. But the best and the fastest way to reach your goals is to work one-on-one with one of our nutrition coaches to build an individualized plan and action steps just for you. So are you looking to take your fitness to the next level, or just optimize your movements to reach your health and wellness goals? So here's the first step. You have to make a commitment to yourself. It's simple, not easy, but we're here to help you. The second step is asking for more help, support, and accountability. Don't worry, we've got you covered. So here at CFGB, we care about you. We've got an awesome team of individuals, and they all love helping individuals with their individual goals. Did I say individual too much? So look, we're here to help you guys. So with the CrossFit Open upon us, it's time. Guys, we need to be working on our nutrition. Thank you guys so much for attending our nutrition talk today. And if you'd be interested in dialing in some of those performance habits, or just work on your nutrition at a fundamental level, be sure to reach out to one of our coaches and schedule a coffee with a coach or an intro to our nutrition program. We'd love to help. Take care, guys. Have a great day, and peace.